It's wins, not wings, but
Wins has to be
wins.
protein. I got hit for 24k from wins and then for 393k for wins.
so you okay.
The wind is gonna be
Okay.
from the boss. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beacon
so
is from the tornadoes.
just make sure you're max melee, and I'll make sure that I'm in a little bit sooner than that.
Yeah.
But
I think you just.
there,
you were
right?
just
It
walk- you were
there's
just
no
far-
reason for
too
anybody
long.
to be at the hitbox because you don't need to bait one in that group. The third one will just go on
No,
you by
there is.
default.
There is.
No,
because
it'll go on
Frawley
them
is
by
bait-
default.
No, Frawley is on baiting, and Crystal was melee, max melee. Crystal was a little bit in from max melee.
Right,
You
but I'm
are
saying
outside
there's
max-
Frawley does not need to bait it. He does not need
Correct.
to be
Or-
baiting it.
but
Right,
he's
he
there,
he
so
can be
did it
max
too.
melee, and it is better, unless he has to gap close right there.
The actual got closed.
That exact GCD.
The exact GCD, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to, but it's just funny that you brought it up.
Yeah, so Karen, just be close.
Yeah,
Or just max melee for too long.
Yeah, I didn't know it snapshotted before the cast.
What do we gain for this strat though? I'm so
Healing.
curious about that.
Lots of healing.
It's infinitely easier to grab tethers. Because everybody's in one spot
A
instead
lot
of...
of
Yeah,
healing.
it's just easier to execute too, right?
It's easier in every way.
Easier, yeah. It's
This-
also a lot easier as a healer to get everybody topped up and stuff, and also I don't have to move as much.
I mean, compared to what is the other one?
The other one's healer go bait beacons, which is the tornadoes, like
The
living
Elmo
liquid.
strat?
The Elmo. No, we are doing the Elmo strat.
The other one is the one we did when we first
Living
cleared.
liquid strat. Yeah, the living liquid strat is going to be when healers will need to go out all the way to the wall to bait, and then casters will stay in, and then after the tornadoes go out, they need to come in, heal, and then get to the opposite of the red dark beacon. There's a lot of movement, a lot of thinking involved.
I'm trying to figure out. I saw something the other day that one of my friends' group was using, so I'm gonna try and see if I can find that again.
I don't think there's like other,
I
any
doubt
other
there's easier than this
strat.
for healers. This is practically the easiest for healers since they
Yeah,
need to loop
I
around.
saw like another
Okay,
one, but
so yeah, we figured it out.
yeah,
Because there's no strat that allows healers to be on the boss hitbox for
Mhm.
that mechanic.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
melee is one of them.
Mhm.
Alright, we good?
Are we doing the same strat
Yeah, same,
still?
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food. No.
I suggested this before, but what if Alva Bacon? Thoughts?
Is it better for him?
For me to bait where Cherry does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it shouldn't matter
Hmm.
because none of us should have to be on the boss itself.
No, it's just... Right, that's unrelated to the
Yeah.
suggestion, no?
Oh, Crystal?
What? Hey, yo! Hmm.
I don't know, but then the problem is if Alva stays at the wall to bait where Cherry baits, so the one benefit is Alva can stay there, but the disbenefit is he needs to be healed.
Yeah, and
no,
then
I'm
I
really-
still have to
I'm
move.
really-
You still have to
I
dodge
meant-
right before, so I'm not sure that it's actually...
No, he doesn't have to dodge, right? Example, if he is at the dark beacon tether itself, what he can do is he can run across the wall.
Right,
and
but
make a
he would
U-shape.
if he gets a puddle on him, he still has to move.
No, that is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. What I'm saying is if he has to bait it here, right? This is
No,
the
I was
puddle
thinking
and
he
he's
has to
baiting
move
on the
before.
left. After he
I'm not
gets by the
opposed to healing him.
After he gets hit by the beacon of the tornado bait, he can literally stay here until the dark tether spawns. And if say dark tether is on alpha, he needs to move one. If he gets a bait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he comes back here, and then he can get knocked back, right? If, for example, C is where the dark tether is, then he literally goes from here 1, 2, 3, 4, make his way across Charlie. Not that difficult. And then if it's at beta, then again he can go from here 1, 2, 3, 4 along the wall, and then end up on the right side of beta. So it's not difficult, but as long as he baits it here, he needs to get a heal, separate heal from the healers.
I have a stack that I can give him territory.
Does that bring him back to full?
I mean, Butts, do you think that that's less movement than what you're doing now? Would be the first question, right?
Right.
Because the problem is if Butt stays with us, right? So let's say this is where Cherry was, right? And party is on Charlie per se, right? And then we have Tornado 1, Tornado 2. Yeah, I'll probably put this as Tornado 3. And party's on C. Party's on C. If 3 is a dark beacon, what Alva needs to do is Alva needs to go across the boss, and then he needs to move again on 1, 2. If he gets a bait, 2, 3, 4, and then he gets on the right side of the here.
I mean, isn't the same thing accomplished if he's just always out towards
there's
the
one
edge
extra
in the other
movement.
group?
No, he needs to, so after after the tank mechanic.
Right, like
here,
let's
Alva
say that we're there. Isn't the same thing accomplished if Alva's just always there? Isn't it the same thing?
Yeah, directly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But the difference is if Alva is here, he probably can get a heal from the healers and the AoE heal. But I'm not sure if Cherry can get it here. Because Cherry will always move back to the group.
Right, because this way he can always position over towards D as he gets the chance.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so if he stays here...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah. This is
Right.
better. Yeah. If he
And
can
then
stay at
Cherry
D,
still
then he doesn't
baits.
have to move. Yeah.
But only, I don't know if this is a problem, but since I'm counterclockwise to the tornado now, if that's the dark beacon, how do I bait so that I don't ram
Well,
Right, that's
Right.
the biggest
shit into the
issue.
group?
so if 3 is the dark beacon.
You probably have to go like this, Alva. If 3 is a dark beacon, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
No, that's gonna
With the
leave
last
puddles
one.
where we're coming.
no, that's so they go off, right? So you drop first
Right,
one
but
here on Delta.
we're gonna
second
get
one you
here
drop-
as the third one's still going off. So if the third one's here, it's gonna be in our way.
No, third one goes off before you get here. So this is.
Are you
no,
sure
no,
about that, Crusader?
I mean, if you
No,
guys start at
no,
one,
No,
then
listen,
yes.
listen. The third one goes off at beta. The fourth one goes off at alpha. All right, he based the first one here, second one here, third one here,
So
fourth
how
one
does
here.
he get to his spot?
If he gets late, then we're all fucked.
No, I'm saying how does he go from alpha to his spot,
Yeah, you just
which would be at beta?
wait.
There's-
He just goes off
yeah.
and then he goes in. Right. Because remember the problem we
Okay.
had by by starting opposite was that the fourth puddle was still lingering before the knockback happened.
Mhm.
So the fourth puddle will be still lingering here, but third one will go off way before.
So
You have to get
maybe
knocked back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Move out of the way. Move into the third explosion.
No, you can stay here and move into it if your cast allows it.
That's pretty risky though.
Like I said, this is not the best way, but it's an option as Karen suggested.
Yeah, no. If it's causing too much trouble, then just keep doing the way we did. Well, I mainly suggested as a joke, but you guys took it way too serious. Sorry.
Well, that in that case, I'm not baiting
this
the
part, right? If you
tornado.
space it here, that's actually serious, right? If you bait it here, that requires a lot less movement from Alva. A lot less, on the basis that he does not get a puddle underneath him.
But he does have to move from south all the way here to do that, though. And
Yeah.
that's
What
probably
do
an
you
extra
mean?
2 CD.
I'm conf-
Because
Well,
he is the south group stack, right? And to get there from south to here,
Well, the second
Right,
set
right.
of
It can be
Proteans
possible,
going
'cause,
off, you can
yeah,
ignore
like,
that.
I have time to move north and
Yeah,
dodge north.
that one
Guardians.
is easy. It's just the movement after is a little bit difficult, right? So let's say we the party stacks here and say we have to go across to 1, right? Because that's where we start. Him moving from here to 1 is actually more movement, and that needs to be done quickly. So that's probably more stressful rather than him.
Right, that's
going
what I
to-
was thinking, was that getting there in the first place was a lot of movement.
Yeah, the
No.
searing breeze comes out
Yeah,
fast, which is
he
annoying.
can swift.
Or I mean,
let's give that a
getting
go.
to
Cherry,
the
you stack
Protean
the
bait
party.
is rather what I was saying. But if that's
You have a
not
lot
a
of time.
problem, then
Yeah, you have a lot of time. Yeah,
Um,
Cherry, you go join the party. Alva will try to go take your spot. See how
Alright.
that goes.
I'll try.
Sure,
it.
sure. Okay.
It's just the north.
The north side, facing the boss right now, on the right side of it.
Right.
Mm,
Okay.
So like towards
So-
B.
Facing in, you go left. Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
Mhm.
I'll try it.
20.
If that's the case, Alva, do you just be with the north group? Or is your ley lines there? During
I don't want to take north group because if my movement gets fucked up and I can't move,
Uh-huh.
then I can't take a melee spot because you're all melee.
Oh,
So,
true. You're right.
yeah.
I'm never joking on this group again.
I'm moving it just a little bit more.
Think about my uptime, Bruno.
This opener sucks.
Oh.
Now, as part of Reaper, anything under a 2.5 second skill speed is a guaranteed clip in your opener.
Wall.
I'm stinking.
We're left side of the boss. Left side of the boss. Partners. Behind the boss. Buster.
Fuck, that was bad. What was it?
Moving
Runner
boss
up.
after this. Moving. That's okay.
Opera sprints.
Yo, Untrained Diablo is huge.
Monka.
A mech cut into the first explosion. Right side of the boss.
Behind the boss after.
Wall. Ouch. Runner up.
Try and kill these a little slower if you can.
I try.
I'm sorry, Kerine.
I have an enrage on this
Incapable
bird.
of such-
Yeah,
Hey,
there
what's
is.
the...
On this sunbird?
There it is.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, that. Okay, I see.
I
I see.
didn't see it.
Eighth
It's
grade
the same
roll, they
thing.
catch.
Yeah, same cast.
Got it.
DPS double.
Oh. Oh, okay, I'll move. Make sure to adjust DPS. Move.
Oh, I'm bad.
Oh,
No, my dance partner.
Adjusted the wrong way.
should be fine.
Should we restart? Aren't we doing this for deadlocks?
I mean, other people still have.
Yeah, other people still have runs, and I still have to practice.
Are we
my
even gonna see
shit.
enrage?
No.
No, I should be fine to kill him.
Oh fuck, we have to
Crusaders
we have
caps.
to move the bird.
Yo.
I mean, I gave him my last stack. That's
Okay,
Okay.
now it's
Now
time to
we're-
give up.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, ideally you should use the heal there, right? Doesn't matter at any parse here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just got distracted because of our conversation about.
my bad
Sorry.
too.
20.
I thought I
On the
could
upside.
adjust that one.
As a whole, we're doing a lot more clean
Oh,
than we
shit.
did for reclears.
Oh fuck, can we reset? Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
Mr. Cherry.
I'm sorry.
S rank Armstrong and Marlboro. 20.
I need to go on this hunt train.
Oh, you're about to wall Bruno.
That's me. I'm on Diablos right now, actually.
Oh,
Going on the hunt train.
Limit cut. Or left side of the box, we stay.
Are you not doing expedients there anymore?
I can. Sorry, just forgot to press.
I mean, I could sprint in the future.
If it doesn't cost you anything, it is nice for me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep using it then.
Man, I hate controller. It de-targets the boss when I heal there. And then targets the Blackfire, so I get no damage.
Oh, the-
Buster.
Go north after this.
Pulling.
Pulling. I'll probably pull it a little bit less north.
Wall, top
And the,
left.
the one I am not using expedient anymore is this one. Because I want to have it for abs.
Uh oh.
Boss is gonna be turned.
Yeah. Stay on the right side of the boss.
Go
We're fine.
behind after.
On the good spot. My bad there.
I have it.
And we're up.
Be careful if it's out.
Limit cut. Right, left, right. One, three.
Are we actually trying to hold these two in Rich?
If we can, yeah.
Just one of them. I guess wait on this one.
Kill.
Kill it.
As soon as one stat is not worth holding for the other one.
Tanks have both. Tanks healers have both.
So just tanks and
fine.
healers.
I can move there.
Adjust.
Oh, I didn't buy those.
Clockwise, Karen.
Okay.
They're still not back up.
Yeah, they have a not full backup, but they're closer to backup.
5 seconds. Stuffs.
Yeah, and the boss on 3. Crystal, please move earlier.
Phase those out.
I can try to pre-position, but I can't really move down that.
Pre-position outside the boss if you need that. Face it out.
No.
Don't be inside the boss hitbox.
We could also keep boss facing south there if it helps with positionals.
Well, it's a combination of I'm doing 3 burst windows in a row there. And I'm doing positionals between every burst window.
Okay, focus on
That's just a
this
bit awkward.
Second.
particular, yeah.
Limit cut. Spread after.
Right.
Hell of a bitch.
It's right in either.
Moving.
Matt just ruined that run. Such.
Now tanks him.
Some 10.
Once this is done, you pre-position on 3. Double AoE followed by tank buster.
Everybody saw. Big AoE next.
Remember, you're baiting fire tornado, Alva. Spread.
Red.
I can't move.
Oh.
That one, the tornado baited.
Yeah, tornado
They're
baited
going
once
for
again.
now. Get word up for Alva. See if you can move through the movement real quick.
I already fucked up. Oops. Whatever. I'm not casting
That's
anything
bad,
right now.
Okay.
So what happened?
That wasn't us, right? That was Alva's tornado?
No,
No.
That was yours.
that was yours.
It was ours.
The tanks are
see.
so close together, and having the tanks in the middle means they're further away from the tornado than the
Right,
party.
that's what I've been
Yeah,
talking about.
the
Right,
Charlie
Kerine?
one.
Right,
hit
but we've been
through
in the
us.
middle every time, Crusader. Right?
Yeah, but it might
We've been in
it
that
might
spot
be
every
position,
single
right?
time.
No, we have not. Like it might be a little bit different, right? I mean, you can't say for sure, right?
I
We've
can
done how many
Additionally-
pools of this? Like 7, 8?
I think that's the reason why if you look at the picture they had, the tanks weren't actually stacked on each other. They were a little
Yeah.
bit to the side, so they
I'm gonna
could bait
take
the
a picture real
tornadoes.
quick. It's not. It's less of that. It's less more of boss. That group also can be moved. They shouldn't be there, but it's whatever.
I mean, because if I'm closer to the tornado at sea there, Crusader, I bait
Yeah.
it. Or if you're closer to the tornado at D,
Yeah.
you bait it, but you
Yeah.
also bait it in an angle more towards the party and Cherry.
Huh?
Right?
Me?
Yeah. If you were to take a step towards D, it would bait further to the left towards the party and Cherry, as
No,
opposed
you
to
you
direct
step.
middle.
No, you so. Oh, I'll show a screen. Be easier. Better. Are you watching?
Yeah.
You see this tornado? There's a tank tornado, right? There's one and that one there.
Yes.
These two. You see this one's baiting through, and it's going over this square tile, back to square tile.
Right.
It's overlapping. So if this one overlaps the same way, it's gonna overlap this square tile.
Right.
Mhm.
So they're gonna die by getting hit. So ideally they should be standing on the left side of it, between that and the marker.
Yeah.
But if they stay there, the only way to fix that is literally you or me, right? Ideally should spread out a little bit more where you stand there. So instead of it baiting it like this, you have it baited this way, like.
So we would both need to be towards D from where we are.
Not the other. This one doesn't need to be baited
No, but
that way.
if we, that's what would have to happen, because if you stay in the
No,
middle and
this
it
one-
baits on you, right? We would both have to
No,
be
it
towards
doesn't.
D.
It will not bait on me because you are closer to that tornado. If you move to get that tornado, that'll
No,
be
if
closer to
I
you.
move closer to that tornado, it's gonna bait more towards the party. I need to move further from that tornado for it to bait more south.
Yeah, you need to move further south, and then that
Mhm.
also complicates it because then the party also needs to be
I think
further
that
from
the
the
party
boss.
just needs to stand in the right spot. No?
Yeah, I think party. Yeah, because
Yeah, party needs to be on the right spot. You see, this one has so much space between this and the tornado.
Yeah, but look at the
Ideally-
look at the guide picture again.
Where is it?
I mean, yes, the party can move slightly more, but in the guide picture, the two tank tornadoes are going through each other, not anywhere
You
near.
see, they're not standing on the square, probably.
Yes, but look where the tank tornadoes are going. They're not even pointing north at all.
They're not this small, Froley. This is all speculated. They're not
Okay,
this
that's
small. You
true.
just saw
Yeah,
it.
those are just horribly drawn pictures of the tornadoes.
Did you look how wide this fucking thing is? This is presuming that we are in the center.
Were you guys already max melee?
Yes.
No, we
Presumably.
can't be max melee.
Because then it will
You
bait on crystal.
can be
We have to be
max melee.
closer.
No.
We have to be a little bit closer.
That
than
it just means that the rest of the party needs to move back except for
crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Crowley is
Well-
in melee as well there.
If literally anyone is behind crystal, it might go on you double, and then you might just die.
Right.
If we do max melee. So the safest bet is like Alva did here. Instead of baiting in the corner, you bait it by the edge, as much as you can, and then the party stands between the square and the letter and the number marker. That's right. Fuck.
How much space do we have to bait ours?
You have a lot of space actually. This whole tornado, since he'll be at the edge of this. You don't have to care about this little cleavage corner.
Does anyone have a VOD of when we did it on Reclear, and we can see if there was a difference in where the tanks were standing or where the party was standing? Because it worked correctly,
varies.
except it hit one person.
That's a
I'm gonna
good
be right back.
point.
I could probably have a good clip of it. Let me find it.
Why are there so many be right backs?
Don't look at that.
Cherry goes right back a lot.
I accidentally fucking had that BRB screen for like the entirety of like P2 when we
Damn.
fucking did that for reclears.
I mean,
Here we go.
Be right back.
This is it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it on Cherry's at all.
I had to restart. Sorry, I've got some problems with my game.
So you see, this one, you and I were a little bit more south, not on the hitbox, so it did not cover the square.
Yeah.
So that's what's been happening, right? We have been max melee, and sometimes the group has been dying because Frawley's been inside more than us, and they've been getting double.
Mm-hmm.
So as
Both
long
times we
as
died today, we were hit by a tornado, not Well, actually, I don't know.
Yes, because we've been standing inside the boss hitbox because we do not want to double to go on you guys. Because you guys just got hit by double, right? After that, I told Karen to stay inside the boss hitbox. So the only way we can solve this is if you and me, Karen, are a little bit closer than max melee. Crystal is Crystal is inside the boss, and Frawley is max melee. Then we can still keep this position where you guys stand on the golden square.
Right, so there are two options, which are party stands a little more north, or party make sure nobody is in melee range except for Crystal, and Crusader and I stand a little more south.
I've also stood on the boss's edge before and took 245,000 damage from it.
Yeah, that's the problem with Frawley, is because you and Frawley were max melee, and
No, it
Karen
didn't
was
overlap it. This was one of our clear runs. I died and nobody else did.
Right, because I assume you got clipped by the south one and nobody else did.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, correct. Crystal, you got clipped on the clear run by the tank tornado. Because
Okay,
you
so
were-
we on the clear we were actually very close to all dying. I think.
Yes, we are.
We were just lucky.
Holy shit.
Only Crystal died because she was inside the boss box. And everyone
Did we
else
do
is
it
outside.
correctly today at the start too?
Yeah, we did correctly, but then we were max melee, right? If you look at it.
The tank square, you mean?
Yes, tanks was max melee.
I see. Shit's jank.
Wait, shouldn't it be further back? Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we can shift off of the square for sure, though.
Yeah,
Go
so the
more,
square,
point
try
our thing
something
more
like
into the thing.
That does seem like
over
the
here-ish.
easiest solution.
Yeah. I mean, we can do both, right? So max melee, or not in melee, and also
Yeah, you guys were barely
Not
not,
in
getting
square.
hit on that one as well, it looked like.
Maybe using the diagonal of the square.
So this is the ideal scenario, right? Where where imagine where Frawley is where Crystal is, and Frawley is max melee, and you and me are a little bit off max melee. Alright, so if you look at it, we are not totally max melee, we are a little bit closer than max melee right here.
So ideally, the party wants to be, if 3 is the north tornado, no closer to the south than here. Right.
I think if I cut the distance between tornado and
If they stand at
square.
the edge of this square,
Yeah.
if they stand at the edge of this square,
Corner
no
of the
matter
square
how
should
we
be
You think
okay.
so?
I think corner of
I
the
was thinking
square will
even.
be
I was
okay.
thinking like even more than that.
No.
Yeah.
Corner is safe. I mean, if you can move more,
You can
right?
go more, but corner should be okay.
We don't
Don't
know how
tell
much
me.
it's gonna cleave alpha, so corner should be safe.
Can I test something really stupid real quick?
Yeah, I was stupid.
It'll kill me, stupid.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, no, I can't. I wanted to see if I was able to return to my portal from the wall.
I need to restart my game anyway. So
Okay.
Instance.
Yo, has everyone wished
My,
Cherry a happy birthday?
Oh my god.
Happy birthday, Cherry.
Yeah, it's not my birthday anymore.
Hey, Cherry.
Turn 18
Happy
yet.
belated
what-
birthday.
Happy rank 1 on Crystal birthday.
Monka.
Monka,
Monka.
#1 dancer.
Out of one dancer.
Gamer.
Let's try
Why
and
the
kill this
hell-
at least once
True.
today without getting Frawley killed, though.
True.
Look, I already PB'd.
Pog?
All over the world. PB with the blue. Much better than the gray and the green we had.
It's okay, I only killed you in one of those, so it's not my fault anymore.
Monka.
I remember when Kerine. That's it.
Yeah.
Were you there when Frawley is killed?
I want to see.
Frawley can no longer blame me for his bad logs, I only killed
So
him
then,
once.
can we decide
If
on
we-
something real quick before we
If we
end
get a
today's
run
session? Is-
where all of us are alive, I think we will skip a number of different mechanics.
Hey, what are we deciding on?
So do we want to separate a parse run from a practice run, or do you just want to combine them both?
I think that if we
Because
get
what
close
probably
to killing
once-
it, we should kill it, even if we're practicing. But if we,
So if you
get to
say fuck all to
50%
other people,
and then it's fucked.
here's the thing, right? If you combine practice logs with parse logs, what happens is if someone PBs, like probably did, or not the most likely scenario, but Alva also PB'd there, so not PB'd there, but I hit a high parse. So if someone gets a high parse and everyone, for example, I was practicing shit and my logs all over the place and it gets a gray. Is everyone okay getting an uploaded with a gray log because someone
Yes.
got a
Yes,
good parse?
I don't
Sure.
care about
Everyone's
my
okay with it.
average.
Crusader, I
mind.
literally have the worst parse in all of Crystal. I don't give a shit.
I don't have any
Right,
logs
so but then
to
it's more for
protect.
healer, it's for other people too, right? Like I know some people okay, some people might not be okay. I
So
just
yeah,
wanted
is
to confirm.
anyone concerned about their averages is the question.
Nope.
Nope.
I-
If someone PBs, then no. Like,
I
It
mean,
might
also,
not be a PB, right? So that's the problem is it might not be a PB. Like you were
Also,
testing out stuff.
this is before week 8, so none of it any lot matters anyway.
that's true.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. My concern was if we do that, people wouldn't want to practice stuff or take too many risks during
Hmm.
this kind of parse days because they're like, oh shit, what if I mess up and I get like a really low parse? Because I was testing stuff, get damage down, dies, and then we just want to keep going, kind of a deal. Because that's gonna be possible, right? Even if as long as everyone gets a weapon, all the DPS, a couple of death, it shouldn't matter. We'll still clear.
I only need
So
to worry
people
about
want
my pass
less
if you're kicking
chances.
me before the 8 clears.
Okay.
Okay.
My opinion is that if it's obviously
Worry.
a really scuffed run and we all want to wipe, then we can. But if it's already like 5%, we should just kill it anyway.
No,
I
I just
would
want to
like
set it
to-
down straight. I don't care if it's scuff run. I just want to make it straight. If you want to keep practice run, practice run. If you want to keep parse run, I don't really care. As long as anyone wants that, I'm just gonna call practice. And even if you get 1%, I'm just gonna wipe it if it's a practice run. But if the everyone's okay combining practice run with parse runs, then we'll just kill it no matter what the scenario.
I would like to get one parse run tonight just so we can have an estimate of where we are right now for mechanics. Because people do play somewhat differently with parse runs than they do with practice runs.
I mean, if you want to do re-clear, I mean, I'm gonna always force you to play safe during re-clears.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
So that's why we have a parse run day, right? Which is ideally we clear everything on one day and we have a parse run on the other, and we have an optional parse on the third on Sunday.
What I'm saying
I
is,
cannot this Sunday.
there's a lot of stuff that we've been practicing, a lot of stuff we've been putting into practice, right? Trying out new things. But we haven't really gone in with the aspect of, well, let's see how well we can try and do with these new setups, with these new movements and everything.
Well, I think
Right.
we
It's just
just
the
need
point
to
where it's
actually get
Right.
used to them, right? The problem right
Right.
now isn't that is that we aren't executing them correctly yet.
Yeah, it's come re-clear. If you drop the GCD, I'm just gonna force you to say fuck it and just start moving, right? But in parse runs, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna try to force another GCD in. So like, do you wanna? Do you just if you wanna see how re-clears will go? I'm pretty sure it'll go more smoothly than how we did it on Tuesday. A lot
mean,
more
I think
smoother,
Crystal wants a
Well-
sense of kill time.
A sense of kill time and a sense of
Build time's gotta keep changing.
as a melee, I've noticed that there is some noticeable one-to-one variance of where the boss is facing. I'm just trying to get a feel for that still.
That's gonna change all the time. I cannot guarantee you that he's gonna always face the same direction, the same way.
For McCleave's, sure.
Yeah, no, and
but
when
for, like,
Karen pulls,
mechanic
right?
things-
When
If there
Karen
are
pulls the
specific
boss,
spots you want it to face specific ways, you let me know, and I will do my very best to make it always face that way. I'm trying to make it consistent, but sometimes I am not.
I can adapt for most of it. I'm just trying to figure out like when the timing for the
if you
turns
don't
is.
say it, Crystal, it's gonna
Mhm.
be quite random. Like when Karen don't forget, she'll put it on time. If
Yeah.
Karen forgets, it might get delayed at GCD. So unless you specifically say, I want this boss face this way, this during this part of the mechanic or this part of the fight, there's always going to be a variance there.
If,
think
if you
the
make
easy-
me aware of the times that it matters, I will be more aware of trying to make sure that it's correct in those times. Or else,
I,
if it's fine how
I-
it is, then I'll not worry about it.
I think the easiest way to map it out is going to be I will always be doing double positionals around the end of your what is it, inner release. Sort of.
So
Either
it's very
at
vague.
the end
You
or
just gotta
just
give her
after.
the times. She doesn't
Yeah,
memorize
if
them
there's a
like that. You
specific
gotta give her a
time,
specific
you
time.
say, when the boss
Mhm.
turns here, this is bad, do not do that. That is poo-poo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to use that exact.
You can record that and play it back, except please don't, because I hate the sound of my voice.
Oh man.
Poo.
Me
That is very
too.
much a mood.
Mine.
Yeah, it is a mood.
Yeah. And that's why I do fucking lessons every week.
True.
Alright, so what are we doing? Are we changing anything? Or is always still baiting or no?
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
waiting.
Bruno, we're changing it so that you are going to get a 100th percentile
Right, so
healing curse.
the only
so
the
that's-
only thing that we had last
Worried.
discussed was party make sure you're like here. Right.
A little bit
No,
more
you're
left
currently
than
you're
I
at
would
this
be.
edge of the triangle, right? Parallel to that.
Okay.
You're gonna solo heal it, Bruno. I don't know what you're worrying about.
Why am I lining up? I don't do that.
How long is this fight?
11
Long.
minutes?
11 minutes?
No,
That's a
it will
long
not be
time.
11 minutes now.
20.
It
So
will
it's
not
like-
be that.
Been over 10 minutes, but we haven't had like a really good run.
Let me. Give me 1 second.
Are,
Oh.
Are we
Oh,
dying?
why
we
is
not
it
pulling?
crits?
Okay, we're dying.
Bye bye.
Uh,
Yeah, like our fastest
Bad.
kill has been 10:22.
I think we had a death
On our way
for
through.
all of those runs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's probably on Rage have like 10, 40 seconds. or
Bruno,
something.
I have a request, by the way, if you can accommodate it.
What?
So there's at the very end of the fight, there's a glory plume, and then there's a devouring brand. Can you give sprint on one of those two? It doesn't matter which, but I can't have sprint on both of them, I think, myself.
Which one? Say it again.
There's a glory plume and then brand at the very end of the fight. Can you give sprint on one of those two?
I probably can. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
so, assuming everyone's alive, we're going to be killing 10 minutes or below.
Alright, ready check again. 20
I
again.
think- Yeah, assuming a clean pull from beginning to
darn,
finish.
wait, now we need to wipe again.
Probably if you say that, I'm
I'm
gonna
about-
do it.
Don't wipe.
I
About
don't have food, so I'm gonna use
try.
old food.
Scared me, Frawley. I almost went. I do as
Alright. Now that we potted, we can wipe. Cool.
No.
Let's try and get it clear.
Look, if anyone says that for any reason, joke or not, I will do.